does it go? Where does it stop? Watch for the sign of the lollipop.
Right, it's PS4 time. This is the second video of me running through my PS4 collection. The last one, the Nintendo Switch, went on over 30 minutes, and we've got two stacks here, so it might go on for the same amount of time. But some games I was waffling on and more than others. So get started. So the first one on the list, this is probably in everyone's PS4 stack or collection. That's Uncharted Collection with Uncharted 1, 2, and 3. I did do a live stream of this game on my second channel, and I was going to bring it over, like download it, then bring it over. But I thought I might as well just re-stream it and just play it again because it's a good game anyway. And since then, my internet has been sort of upgraded, so I could probably make the quality a little bit better, like a higher bit rate, so it looks maybe a slightly more cleaner or whatever. Uncharted Collection, and next we have the sequel to this. And I played this before I played this. I have played these on the PS3. But when I got this PS4 version and I streamed it, I streamed this after this. So I sort of played them out of order. That's Uncharted 4, and I've only ever played this once. I did one playthrough and that's it. And again, it's on my other channel, or it might be on this channel. I don't know. But this was a good game, but I don't think it was better than these three. I think these three were better than this. There's something about this one that was a bit. I know it was a bit slow in places. Like I don't know. When you get to like the islandy sort of areas where you're going to, like, I'm trying to remember it. Is it when you're with Elaine and you're like going through like these old ruined sort of areas? That bit was a bit too slow for me. Like not much is going on. It seemed to have the same pace to it as well. Like you do a bit of climbing, bit of shooting, bit of story, it just kept cycling through the same pace. It was really predictable. Like you knew what was going to happen. Like when you go to the next area, you can see, right, it's setting you up for a little shootout scene here. Like you're gonna get yourself into a bit of a skirmish. But still, it was a good game, and that's when I got my PS4 actually, because my PS4 was came with the console, came with this game. It was the Uncharted 4 Slimline, and so yeah, I've got two copies of this, and the other copy is still in the PS4 box. Next, probably predictable, and that's Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, and again I got it for £12, and that was when I said I went to CEX and I bought a couple of games as like a panic buy to tide me over through lockdown, and this was one of them. And I haven't played this one yet. I don't know why. I never got around to it. I think after beating these, I think I had a bit of a burnout with Uncharted. I don't know. So yeah, I'm still yet to conclude the series, unless there's another one they have planned. I don't know. Can the Uncharted series could still carry on? Now, even though that ended the way it did with his daughter and him now being like older, his daughter could carry on the legacy or carry on the series where you play as his daughter, and it plays similar to Tomb Raider. So that'd be like a good idea or good spin-off where she goes seeking what Nathan Drake was after, or have the same sort of lifestyle. I don't know. Just a thought. The next one we have is Streets of Rage 4, and this is still sealed. I bought this as a physical copy from Smith's a little while after it come out. When I was in Smith's, I saw that it was on sale. I think I got it for like about 20 quid or something like that, or maybe less than that. It was cheap enough for me to think, right, I'm gonna get that. So I remember buying this and Sonic Mania as a physical in Smith's at the same time. I think I spotted this and it was cheap enough. I thought, right, I'm getting that. And the reason it's still sealed is because I did play this first when Streets of Rage come out on the Nintendo Switch as a digital. It was cheap as well. I think that was like 16 quid as well. It was less than 20 quid, or was it? I can't remember. But I remember I do have this on the Switch. So yeah. And another repeater that we also have on the Switch, and I mentioned in that I got it recently, and that's Spyro Reimagined Trilogy. And I've only played Spyro 1. I still haven't played 2 or 3. And I still haven't started the Nintendo Switch version, which I will do it. That is the next game I'm going to be streaming. It's sitting in my Nintendo Switch right now. I got through the massive download for it, and after the download, I couldn't be bothered. I didn't really want to play anything. I thought, right, I'm a bit burnt out now, no energy. So yeah, we got the PS4 version. Next, we have SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, and this was my first platinum trophy, because by the time I finished the game, there was only like 2 or 3 more trophies I needed to get, and they were really easy ones. All I needed to do was grind the little collectibles to a certain number, and there's something else you have to do in the hub world to get a trophy as well. I think it was go in and out of Patrick's house a certain amount of times, and then that was it, the platinum trophy. So yeah, easy peasy. Next, we've got another one sealed, and I'm not really a Spider-Man sort of fan, but I heard good things about this game, and what made me impulse buy and get this was it was so cheap. It was so cheap. You would never guess how much I paid for this. And look, it's still sealed. I paid £15 for this game in Asda. This was on sale in Asda for £15. I thought, right, I'm getting that. And just think how much you lot paid for it when you bought it day one when it come out. I'm laughing. You keep an eye on your local Asda, because they have just random stealth sales where you can go in there one day and something's just dirt cheap. I've got a couple PS4 games in here that are still sealed, and I bought them because they were so freaking cheap. All right, I'm not leaving that there. I nearly got Ghosts of Tsushima a couple of weeks ago for 30 quid, but when I took it to the till, they were out of stock, so it was just a display case. So, but when they restocked it, it was back to full price again. So. Yeah, and The Last of Us 2 has been going up and down in prices. I've seen it as low as like 17, 30. It's been all different prices, but now it's back like full price again, which is kind of silly, because who's going to pay more when they know they've seen it on the shelf for cheaper? Wake up, Asda. The next we have Sackboy A Big Adventure. This is like a spin-off from Little Big Planet, where it's kind of like it plays like Mario 3D World, and again it's still sealed. I got this at Christmas this year, like this Christmas just gone, and well, I've got such a huge backlog of what to play, I haven't got around to this, and I don't know, I wasn't sure whether to wait and get the PS5 version if I ever get a PS5, because when I was looking at the reviews of this game, apparently it looks nicer on the newer console, maybe, and a bit watered down on this version, but I don't know, we'll see. And next up we have Rise of the Tomb Raider, the 20-year celebration. I did stream this. I think I streamed this like last year on this channel or my other channel, I don't know. And yeah, this one was pretty much trying to copy and be like the first Tomb Raider, which I think they tried too hard. It didn't. It wasn't. I don't. It wasn't as good as it. And the story seemed to be identical, where it was based off another religious cult, and you're going and the game ends up high on a snowy mountain. It seemed like it was just doing the same thing, and Lara ends up in these little predicaments where she's on death's door, where she nearly dies, and she's going through all of these pain barriers. It just seems to be just doing the same thing, and I'm not sure when I'm going to do Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which I do have, but my version's on Xbox, and again I got that from Asda for £7 sealed, and it's still sealed now. So again, keep an eye on your Asdas, because you never know what bargains you're going to run into. I see Red Dead Redemption 2 for £22, and I've seen GTA 5 for that's £17, and I'm waiting for Red Dead 2 to drop below 20 quid, and then I'm going to get it. I know it will come down. Trust me. Next, I've got Resident Evil 4, and look at that. I paid a whopping £18 for that. It was maybe a bit too much, but I was impulse buying and rushing around trying to buy some games for the lockdown. And I've done a playthrough of this game, the GameCube version, but I haven't got around to playing this one, the HD remastered. So I think this pretty much copies what it would have looked like the PC version, where it's all like the graphics are more cleaner. But yeah, but I think at the time I got this, I think I have seen this game. This game was quite tricky to find for me. The only place I'd ever see it, like when I go to like my local game or CX, I'd never see it. The only time I'd ever see this game is on eBay, and they wanted like too much for it. But then I saw it in CX, and because I saw it with my own eyes, I thought, right, I'm getting that. I don't know whether I'm gonna if I'll see it again. So yeah, but you can the Xbox one is really common though, but the PS4 version I never really see it. The next, again on these lines, we have Resident Evil 2. Again, another one that I got stung on because look at that price. If I held off just a couple days, I would have gone into my local Tesco, my Tesco supermarket, and I could have got it for the same price, brand new and sealed. But I ended up paying the same price, pre-owned. So yeah, got a bit stung on that one. And next, other one that I've already got on another console, multiple consoles now. That's Rayman Legends, and I've already beat this 100%, and I've streamed it as well, and it is on this channel as well. And I have done a playthrough of Rayman Origins for the Xbox 360, but that's on my other channel, and I have recently downloaded the full playthrough, and I'm going to bring it over to this channel and just re-upload it instead of playing it again. So that's stack number 1. I'm going to move these over because the stack was getting high to where it's a bit awkward, angle wise. And next, again, if you see the ones where I've left the price on, that's because all these were like the impulse buy when I went around CEX, scooping up some games using my store credit for the lockdown. So here we are, Ratchet and Clank, the remaster of the first game. They look £12. I'm not sure. This is the classics version, isn't it? Look, because side there, it's the hits version. I'm not sure if there's another version, like a non hits version. But this doesn't bother me. This still looks clean, doesn't it? It doesn't look like the PS2 and PS1 Platinums, where it's like distinct, where you can see it's like an oddity or a platinum. This could fool me if you said this was the regular release. I don't know. It doesn't. It still looks like a normal cover art, doesn't it? I don't know. I just said a load of waffle. I know what I mean. Like, you see what I mean? Like, it's just a little tiny red strip, and that's it. Whereas on the PS2 and PS1, it'd be all like bordered and in your face that it's a classic or a platinum. And again, the next one, Rage 2, and it's still sealed, meaning that I got it from Asda. I think I got this for 11 or £12 for this. And the reason I got this game was because it's still got the security protective. So that's Asda there. And the reason I got this was because I was watching someone on Twitch play through this. Now it looked really good as well. I didn't know what sort of game it was, and I was just watching this random streamer that I follow, where he plays different games all the time. And then one day I can click on his stream, and you just don't know what he's gonna play. And he had this, and it looked quite interesting, like a really vibrant, like, first-person shooter sort of thing. I think it plays similar to like Borderlands and one of those sort of games, where it's probably best to play it with someone. You have Metro Redux. Again, look, £10 from CEX. Was that too much, or was that on the money there, right there? This game looks really interesting. And I did play the demo of this years and years and years ago. Was this on Xbox 360? It was, wasn't it? Like, that's where when it first came out. It's like a sort of first-person shooter, like set in like Russia. It's like a Russian first-person shooter, like, horror sort of game. I haven't really played too much of it to know fully what it's about, but it looks interesting. I do want to come back to this, play it fully. And there's two games on here. There's Metro 2033 Redux and Metro Last Light. And there's also Metro Exodus, which I want to get. And I'm waiting for the price to come down for that. At the moment, I'm seeing it in Asda for 30 quid, and it's the Metro Exodus. I think they remastered it again. It come out as Metro Exodus, and then it's re-released again on PS5 and Xbox Series X. So I'll probably get it on here, like PS4, when the price comes down. And as I'm doing this video, I've got a certain music playing in my headphones. So it's a bit strange doing this sort of video. So yeah, next up we got Sega Mega Drive Classics, and this seemed like a really good game. Like there's a load of classics on here, load of hitters on here. Like there's decent games on here. But the one thing that lets this game down is the input lag. It is freaking terrible. There's like a really noticeable input lag, and there's a few games on here that weren't on the other compilation that was on the 360 and PS3. Like you've got Revenge of Shinobi, you've got Wonder Boy, you've got Wonder Boy 3, and there's Wonder Boy Monster World, which I did a playthrough of, and I had a massive rage moment on that. And that was on my other channel. You got what else is on here that weren't on the other one? Alien Storm, was that on the other one? But yeah, these Mega Drive compilation games, they always use the same titles. There's always the same repeaters, and there'll be the odd one that's a bit different. But the one that stood out to me to get this game was Revenge of Shinobi and Wonder Boy and Monster World. So I pretty much got it just for those. And they obviously removed Sonic 3 because of copyright reasons. But yeah, if you see this one on PS4, avoid it. This one's a stinker. But I think if you get it on PC, the input lag's it's not so bad. But on the PS4, it's noticeable. Like when you do Revenge of Shinobi, and you do that high jump, where you jump and you push jump again at the peak of the jump. He's meant to do a double jump, to get more height. And you have to get him to do the double jump. You've got to push the jump button again about halfway into the jumps to get the timing right, and it's horrible. If you play this compared to the original on the Mega Drive, it's noticeable. It's horrible. Next we have Medieval, and again sealed, meaning it came from Asda, and this was the start of me keeping an eye on Asda, because when I went in there and I was looking at the games and I saw this was one of the first games that I saw at like dirt cheap, And then I remember I saw this in Asda for about 11 or 12 pound, dirt cheap. And then I ignored it. I thought, right, I'm gonna come back another day. I'm gonna get it. I thought, right, I'll just wait till like next week or so to get it. And when I come back to get it, it was all gone. All of them, all the copies were gone. And then the next time they restocked it, the sale was over, and it went back up to like 25 or 20 or 25 pound. So I ignored it, and then a couple of weeks later, or into the next season or whatever, the sale come back, and it came right back down to the same price as before. But I think it was like £11, 10 or £11, something like that. So I thought, right, we're pulling the trigger on this one. We're getting it. We're making sure we get it. So yeah, we've got Medieval Remastered, and next we have Little Nightmares 1, £15 from ZX in the panic buy. And I haven't played this one because I found out that there's a complete edition where it's got all the DLC on it. So I think if I can get hold of that, I'll dash this one away. Swap it for the complete edition. So yeah, Little Nightmares. This game looks really good. And the reason I went and I picked this one was because at the time they announced Little Nightmares 2, which is again, but this time it's already out and already coming down in price. So, it was cheap anyway when it come out. It was only like a £20 game sort of thing. So yeah, I want to get around to this, get through this game before starting number 2. So yeah. Right, next we have Lego Harry Potter Collection, and I got this from Smith's during the lockdown. This was when they were just opening up again during the lockdown, when you can go in there, but it was click and collect only. And I got on Smith's website, they were doing a deal. They're the same as Asda, where you keep an eye on their games because they're always reducing prices. And if you go in there in person, you can see what they have. And I got 2 games. It was in a deal. I think it was two for 25. So I got Lego Harry Potter and Lego City as a 2 for 25, and that's not sealed anymore because I've already put it in the PS4 to install it, because I did plan on doing a playthrough of it. I keep doing that. Like I put them in there ready to play, and when I have to sit there and install something or it needs an update, by the time I'm ready to start it, I just lose interest and then end up playing something else. So that's those 2. The next is one of the anticipated games of last year, and I'm a bit not controversial, a bit on the fence about this game. I hate it and I like it at the same time. I was disappointed with the story and whatever, but I could make another video about that, and that's The Last of Us Part 2. And at this point, everyone's probably played this game, haven't they? So it doesn't matter if I talk about the story or just the plot. And I'm one of the ones that were really disappointed with what they did to Joel in this. Like, I can accept that what they did to him. Like, oh, he dies in the story, but the way they went about it, like as if they killed him off early in the game. Like, you didn't really experience much with Joel in this game. It seemed like he was just like killed off and quickly brushed under the carpet. But yeah, I reckon it would have been better if they killed off Tommy instead and kept Joel alive. So Ellie and Joel go on the same adventure that they did. The story can still play out exactly the same, but they're going out revenge for Tommy. So yeah, that's my opinion on that. I'll say no more. And next in the collection, we have the first one, the masterpiece, The Last of Us Remastered. And this is how I played when I played grounded mode. I live streamed it, and I did grounded mode on here, and I did grounded mode as a new game plus as well. and it was and I did the DLC, the Left Behind. Yeah, this is where it was really good, and then they sort of like ruined it. But I'm still looking forward to if they do a part 3. I want to see where the story goes with Abby and Lev, and with this game. You know what Abby looks like in this game, where she's all butch and been hitting the gym up. The gym that I go to, there's a woman that trains at the gym that looks exactly like Abby, where she's blonde haired, stocky, can lift weights, and she looks exactly like Abby. I've been meaning to go up to her in the gym and say, do you get it all the time that she looks like Abby? I don't know if that would be insulting or not. I'll probably end up getting a slap or something. But anyway, next we have another sealed one, and this is The Evil Within 2. And I really enjoyed the first game, but I still haven't got round to playing this one. And what put me off jumping into this one is that this one apparently isn't as it's not the same style of game as the first one. Like, it's more open world than linear, and that's the reason why it's still sealed. And I got this one a couple of Christmases ago, maybe 2 or 3 Christmases ago, and I just never got around to playing it. Next, we have another Asda bargain. Days Gone. Guess how much? Guess how much for this game? I'll give you a couple seconds to make your guesses, and that was I paid £11 for this game, brand new, still sealed from Asda, bargain. And how much did you pay for it when it first came out? Probably like 50 quid for it. So look how many of these sealed games I've got, equivalent of one day one release. All you got to do is wait. Days Gone. So yeah, I'm going to move this stack over here because we've got to the same height, and we've got one tiny little stack left. There's about another 5 here, and the next one we have is Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time, and I got this one day one when it come out, October 2nd. And I live streamed this on this channel, and I done this one 106%, the completionist. This is my second platinum game. No, it's not my second, my third. My second game that I platinumed was The Last of Us 2. But then they added trophies to that, so I'm not sure if I'll still keep my platinum, because they added grounded mode, didn't they? I still need to go back to that and see if I can pull that off. Yeah, Crash Bandicoot 4, I did this 106%, and I finished it just before Christmas. And the reason I didn't live stream the whole thing, I live streamed most of it, but I didn't live stream all of the time trials, because at the time that I was doing that, I was having this room redecorated, so I had to take everything out of the room so the guy can come in and do my laminate flooring. So I had the PS4 set up downstairs on my monitor, and I was just playing that, grinding that, while the guy was upstairs doing the flooring. And plus I had to paint the room as well. So like it went like 2 or 3, 4 days where the room was empty. So I had the PS4 set up downstairs, and I was grinding these time trials. It's a shame that a lot of the brutal levels I didn't capture it or didn't stream it, but the trophy is still proof that I did it. The next one, Crash Bandicoot Trilogy, the PS4, and I got this one day one when it came out as well. And I live streamed this on my other channel, and as you can see, I'm redoing it on the Nintendo Switch, like just playing it again. And yeah, I've already got a full completion at 100% of this game on my other channel, but all I haven't got is the platinum relics of the levels, but I've got all the gem stuff, all like the main stuff. And next, Call of Duty World War II, and this was still sealed, and I opened it with the intent of playing it, but I never did. Again, I put it in the system, and I was met with a hefty update. I just couldn't be bothered to play it. I haven't got much to say about this one. Next, we have another Asda bargain. Tenor. I got this one for about, I think it was a tenner or maybe £12, £10 or £12 bargain. Brand new sealed. Yeah, I don't have much to say about this one because I haven't played it. I remember them showing this one. Was it an E3? Maybe 2 years ago. It looked pretty good, but apparently it's really short. Lastly, again, this was a sealed one, and I got this a couple Christmases ago. And again, I put it in the system, and I met with a massive update. And I go away thinking, right, I'll wait for the update. And when it's finished updating, I just can't be bothered. I just end up playing something else. So yeah, this was brand new and sealed at one point. So if only the microphone can pick up that brand new smell, and you can you can get the smell. Even when I open it now, it still smells brand new. So yeah, Assassin's Creed Origins. Apparently this one's really good as well. And I want to get the Greek one, the Odyssey, and I nearly got that one really cheap at Asda as well. And it was another one where you get to the counter and they tell you right now it's sold out, we can't find it. So yeah, I'm waiting for that one to come down as well. That one was about £22, and it was reduced at the time. I think it came down to 17. And then yeah, I'm gonna wait for it to come down a bit more than that. I'm gonna wait for it to come to like below 15 before I get Odyssey. And Valhalla, I'll wait till the price comes down. That's all you got to do. I can tell when a game's going to come down in value quickly, and that's by the reviews that you see on IGN. If you see a game get about a 7 out of 10, it's going to come down in price quickly. But if it's like an 8 or 9, it'll be a bit longer, but it will come down. But it's the games that get the 10s where they hold their value. So yeah, Mario Golf, that got a 7. So I reckon that's gonna keep an eye on the price of that. I guarantee you it comes down quickly. So yeah, I'm gonna stop it there. Peace.